Hello. Writing a research article in law can seem intimidating. Where do you start? How do you organize your ideas? And most importantly, how do you make your work clear, persuasive, and impactful? In this video, we will walk through a step by step approach with real examples so you can confidently draft your next legal research article. Step 1 is choosing a focused and relevant topic. This is crucial. If your topic is too broad, your article will lack depth. If it is too niche, you may struggle to find sources. Start with a broad area of interest, for example, human rights law, environmental regulations, criminal justice reform. Narrow it down to a specific legal question or a problem. For example, instead of writing about data privacy in India, focus on the scope of Section 43A of the Information Technology Act in data protection for private entities. This precision makes your article targeted and manageable. Once you have your topic, it is time to dig deeper into the law. Legal research is the backbone of a strong article. Your research should cover relevant statutes and provisions, landmark judgments that interpret these laws, scholarly commentaries from law journals, government reports, and policy papers. For example, if your topic is enforceability of arbitration clauses in consumer contracts, you might look at the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, the Consumer Protection Act 2019, study landmark judgments like Bajaj Alliance versus State of Kerala, read expert opinions discussing how these are applied in real world disputes. When it comes to publishing your research, the very first thing your reader will notice is your title. It is more than just a label. It is the first impression that decides whether someone will actually read your work. A strong title clearly communicates your topic, scope, and signals exactly what your research is about and why it matters. First, be clear and specific. Avoid vague or overly creative phrases that might confuse readers. Instead, use precise terms that convey your subject matter without ambiguity. Secondly, balance detail and brevity. A good title gives enough information to set expectations, but is short enough to be easily remembered. Ask yourself, would I click on this if I saw it on a journal's table of contents? And third, make it inviting. Use strong, relevant keywords that spark curiosity while still reflecting the seriousness of your work. Remember, your title should make the reader feel your article is worth their time. A great title works like a handshake. It introduces your work, builds trust, and invites the readers to learn more. So take the time to craft it thoughtfully because in research, your title isn't just a name, it is the door to your ideas. Now we come to the abstract. An abstract is a brief paragraph of about 100 to 250 words that summarizes your entire research article. Think of it as a mini version of your paper, concise but comprehensive. Start by covering the key elements, why the research matters, the background or context, your research question or objects, the methods you use to investigate, the most important results or findings, and finally, your conclusions or implications. Many abstracts follow this structure to guide readers logically through your study, making it easier to grasp the essence quickly. Use clear and simple language. Avoid jargon or overly technical terms unless absolutely necessary. And never overload your abstract with details. Every word counts. Remove anything unnecessary. Use short and precise sentences to communicate efficiently. Keep in mind who will be reading your abstracts. They will be mostly researchers who are scanning dozens or hundreds of abstracts very quickly. So make yours stand out by highlighting key findings and using relevant keywords. After drafting, review your abstract carefully. Ask your colleagues to read it. Can they clearly explain what your research is about? If not, then edit for clarity, coherence, and check for any grammatical errors. Your abstract is your research front door, welcoming readers in with a clear picture of your work. A well crafted abstract can increase the impact of your paper and draw the right audience to your research. Take the time to write it thoughtfully, and you will give your article the best chance to be read and cited. A legal research article should follow a logical and predictable structure. This not only helps the reader but keeps you on the track. So, what is standard structure? It should start with an title, a concise, descriptive, and specific. An abstract, a short overview of your aims, scope, and conclusions. An introduction, defining the problem, explaining why it matters, and stating your thesis. A literature review, surveying existing studies and pointing out gaps. An analysis, presenting arguments in an organized sequence, supported by legal authorities. A conclusion, summing up and proposing implications, reforms, or next steps. References, properly formatted citations, for example, Blue Book or Schola, etc. Outline your structure before you start writing. It will save time and help maintain a logical flow. Your thesis is your central argument, the answer to your research question. Everything in your article should support it. Develop logical points that build towards a conclusion. Use case laws to strengthen arguments, but also critically assess court reasoning. Acknowledge counter arguments. Explain why your thesis still holds. For example, if you are writing about Section 43A, your thesis might be while Section 43A provides a mechanism for data protection breaches, it lacks clear parameters for reasonable security practices, weakening enforcement. Remember, every section of your article should connect back to that statement. Next are illustrations or examples. They make your article engaging and easy to understand. So, what are different ways to illustrate? Tables for comparing legal provisions, hypothetical scenarios to clarify abstract legal concepts, flowcharts to show legal processes step by step. Once your draft is done, the polishing stage begins. Check clarity. Does each paragraph flow naturally? Verify accuracy. Are quotations, statutes, and case names correct? Check citations. Follow your chosen legal citation style exactly. Peer review. Get feedback from a mentor or a fellow researcher. They can catch issues you might miss. So, what are the key takeaways? First, unambiguous language. In legal writings, precision isn't just preferred, it is avoid jargon that could confuse the readers, break down complex legal concepts into clear size sentences. A good test, ask yourself, could this sentence be understood differently by two different readers? If yes, rewrite it. Second, always use footnotes for citations in your legal articles. In standard academic practice, footnotes, not endnotes, are the norm. They help readers verify source instantly without flipping pages. Not only does this align with scholarly standards, but it also communicates professionalism and credibility. And third, strictly follow the submission guidelines of United Law Review or journal. Each publication has rules, from word limits to citation styles to formatting requirements. Failure to comply is one of the top reasons why your research article will be rejected. Even before you read those guidelines meticulously and twice before submission. Legal writing isn't just about your humanity. It is about how you present it. Be clear, cite proper notes, and follow the rules of your publications to the finally. article isn't just about what you say, it is about how you organize your ideas. One proven structure that works across academic, legal, and research writing is the flow from introduction to background to analysis and finally to conclusion. Your introduction, it sets the introduces the topic, sparks interest. In just two sentences, make your readers care about the subject and clearly stating the question or thesis. It's like telling the reader, here is what it is about, and here is why. Next is the background. This section gives the context they need to understand your topic. You might explain key terms, summarize past research, or outline the historical setting. The goal is to arm readers with the essential knowledge before you dive into the detailed analysis. Now comes the heart of your article, the analysis. This is where you unpack, examine the evidence, explore different perspectives. In legal academic writing, this could mean comparing, applying theories, or editing data. Keep it all moving from one clear point so your reasoning builds by step. And finally, the conclusion. Chance to leave an impression. Here you summarize your findings and restate why they matter. In research or legal writing, you might also suggest implications, next steps, or policy changes. Wrap it up with a strong final line that reinforces the value of your work. Structure, introduction, background, analysis, and creates a logical flow that guides readers effortlessly from the sentence to the last. Organize well, write clearly, article will not only inform but and inspire. Remember, structure brings clarity, clarity brings impact. To recap, choose a focused topic, research thoroughly, structure clearly, build strong arguments, use illustrations and examples, revise and analyze. Follow these steps and your legal research article will not only be done but persuasive and impactful.